Hi, today I'll be showing you how to assemble the coffee cup. To start with, get all the sides out. And what I usually do with this, I didn't want to put any score marks on the side, so to make it a little bit more of a curved feel, you want to kind of curl them over. You could use a tool to do so, or a little pen or something, but I usually just burnish or rub them into kind of a curled section, just carefully until they give a little bit. This will help to assemble them and give the curved look of the cup when it's assembled. And then these are the panels that'll go on the cups. Just make sure you put this one panel on correct. The skinny side goes on the top, the skinny little section. So we'll add the panels first, as it is easier to put the panels on first before you assemble it, but this is really up to you. If you choose to put them on afterwards, it will be a little bit difficult, so I would suggest to put them on first. Then once they're all on, you assemble them. You'll want to probably curl a little bit more, but it's up to you. Sometimes the glue straightens them a little bit. So to start, go ahead and add glue to that top tab on the piece with the handle holes. And then we want to make sure that the tab fold matches up with that side edge and the top edge. And then just apply pressure to anchor it. So you want to make sure it's secure before you go and glue on the remaining tabs. So you can do 2 at a time, or you can do all 3. Really depends on how skilled you are and how frequently you do these kind of things. I'm probably not as skilled as I should be to do 3 at a time, but you want to hold them a little bit more 1 at a time. If for some reason you're having difficulty with them coming apart, just do 2 or 1 at a time. And then we'll do the same thing for the next side. Actually, for the next 2 sides, we do the same thing. And again, it's just one of the keys is to anchor that first piece so it's dry enough so you can easily go from top to bottom to create that kind of the curve as you glue the edges together. Just go ahead and make sure that every tab is secure before going on to the next. And I always have my handy dandy little wet paper towel around to get the excess glue. It is important that you hold the tabs until they're secure. Because of the curve, it might pull them off if they're not completely glued. Then that's what it looks like with all 3 pieces. So next we'll add that bottom piece. So add glue to that little bottom middle tab, and then line up the edge of this bottom edge to the tab fold. Make sure it's aligned properly, and then apply pressure to hold it. Then we'll do the other 2 side tabs. We'll glue those to the bottom next. So we're just kind of going from that first tab all the way up. So this way, once we get these side tabs glued, which you can't see them, I didn't edit this, but I wanted you to be able to see. I'm holding some pressure on it to make sure it's secure, and then you can put some pressure from within if you like against the table. But what we're going to do is a little bit different than the other sides. You'll want to go from the bottom to top now, after we get this second tab onto the bottom. If you watch any of my videos, I'm purposely not editing as much my voice out so you can see. This is the real me. And I don't want to confuse you. But go ahead and apply pressure to that. And then now we'll start from the bottom up. So you want to do 2 tabs on each side. You want to do 2 on one side and then do the other 2. It's similar to how we put from top to bottom. The only difference is we're going from bottom to top. Otherwise they kind of get hidden. The tabs are harder to get to with the tip of your glue bottle. And I do apologize that I'm out of view. Just had a little struggle of a video day. Now I did show you do one complete side, but I would honestly suggest doing 2 tabs on each side first, because it's so much harder to get to the tabs. It really doesn't matter, it's your choice. But after doing it, you know, everything's not perfect when I do the videos. I would probably do the bottoms on both sides. So here, if you do choose to do one side at a time, I'm just showing you the tabs. You kind of have to reach in and fold the tab back to put the glue on. And hopefully you have a fine tip on your glue bottle. I do, so I can reach in from the side. And once you get the glue on those tabs, it'll just secure them like you have all the other sides. If you do have to flip it over, just go ahead and flip the design over. Sometimes I start one position and find that's not the best for me to work on in. So this way my right hand was better underneath and the left to guide the edges. Now there have been circumstances with this one as well, the box, where I was unable to, I didn't glue it well with one of the tabs, and I can just reach in and add additional glue to secure it. So if you do have that issue, I always say nothing's a mistake in crafting. Everything can be pretty much fixed. So no mistakes. It's art. And now it's together, we have the base at least of the cup done. So this is a little bit wiggly, but this is the handle, and that's how it should be folded. So you want to fold it on the scores. It was a little bit, like I said, this wasn't my best videos, but I wanted to show you how it's going to go. It's going to fold down on the sides. Now this is not very big of a tab, but you're going to add glue to this little tab on each side and match it up underneath that middle section. I know it's not much, but you just want to get it to stick, because once you get the rest of the tabs on, it'll hold it in place. So just put enough there to stick. And then what you'll continue doing is it's alternating tabs. Some are on the sides and some are on the middle. So you'll want to attach those side tabs now, or the middle tab, I should say, to the sides. And then matching up those the side edges to the tab fold. And then on this last one you have the tabs on the sides. And then we'll match up the edge of that middle piece to the tab folds on the sides. And they'll just glue right underneath that middle part. And then those end pieces, the end tabs, we'll just keep those for now, because those are the tabs we'll use to attach to the actual cup. So that's one side, so we'll repeat the same steps on the other side. Completely similar with the same type of tabs and everything else. Again, as with the other side, you just want to get those first little tabs secured. And honestly, I know it doesn't look the greatest, but I always have that little wet paper towel, and it helps me a lot to keep the glue off. You could be better glue applier, not put as much. But I've since been okay with the fact that I'll never be the cleanest of gluers. And that's okay. That was a little bit hard to fold down. But it gets the shape we needed for that handle. I could have went with the flat handle, but I thought I always think it's more fun with the 3D look. That's me. A lot of people that make cups have used just one piece of cardstock to create the shape of the handle. And then this last part completes that section, and it'll be ready to attach to the actual cup. So now the bottom hole is smaller than the bigger hole, than the top hole, I should say. So just make sure it's in the right position. You can tell, and I'm just showing you how you can kind of dry fit it. And what we do first is get that middle bottom tab. Well, we're going to want to just put glue on that, push all the tabs in, and then just kind of insert it. And what we'll do is within, you're pushing the tab down. You can see in there that the tab's down and we applied pressure from the front while we glued it in. So we're going to do the same thing with that top tab. So we're just going to fold it up. So you insert it in and then fold it up on the actual tab fold and apply pressure to hold it. And the rest of the tabs, I'm not going to go into dissertation. Basically, you're just going to fold them to the sides. So you're going to add glue to the outside of each of those 4 remaining tabs, and then you'll glue them to the inside of the cup. And you can, as you glue each individual one, you'll want to apply pressure from the outside at the same time to make sure that they stick. My poor hands were so dry with all this paperwork. So there's the bottom part, and then we'll just complete it doing the top 2 tabs. And that basically completes the cup at this point, so you can add whatever you want to it. And there you go, that's what it looks like inside. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this project. It's just a fun little project, and I thank you so much for watching.